Good evening, and welcome to another session. Today, session is about, it's called I and I Reasoning. Just wanted to have a conversation, a meditation, a reasoning about oneself and self-development. Going in within oneself to bring out the greatness that we have in oneself. So my conversation is going to be looking at some topics about who I am and what I am and the journey, and it's about self development, the experience I've gained so far, and what we can learn from each other. So yeah, it's about self development. But first I want to give some background of where I'm coming from and using this platform that I've got to stimulate and spark people's mind, So first thing I'll say, allow me into your personal space, your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind. If you could put down those barriers and reason with me. So just kind of relax and enjoy the ride. And one of the things that I normally say to people that your knowledge is based on your circumference. So sometimes you have to come out of that circumference that you live in to see different perspective on life, to see different things in life. You got to travel, and it's called growth. That's the only way you develop as an individual, as a person, as a spirit, as an entity. So I say this show is called I and I Reasoning. It's based on the Rastaman, the Lux. Well, the Ras is just representing the head within one and self, or I and I self. So for me, why am I interested in self-development? I look at some words I brought out. I just want to have some discussions around, and I've got some thoughts I've put down so we can have a conversation. And as I said, this is just a platform, just sharing some ideas. So later on, if you send me a text or a WhatsApp, I can reason out with you. If you want to come and reason with me, I'm up for it. I appreciate some of the positive feedback I've got back with the conversation I had with my son, and appreciate it very much. One particular person, Mum, called me up and said to me that I never knew you went through the same thing as my son, because he was going through the same issues that as my son with the way of telling the truth. Let's put it that way. So it's a platform. This platform, as I said, is just sharing. It's just reasoning, man. That's why these sessions is just reasoning with the Ras. You understand? So that brings me to what that saying, Ubuntu. Each one teach one. It's it's about the community. This is the new village. Some of us are not privileged to go to Africa or the Caribbean. So I'm using this platform as a way of interacting and have that village mentality of it takes the village to raise the child. My pronunciation on some of these words might be, a bit different, Ubuntu, some people say it differently. But I wanted to look at where they say I am because we are, therefore I am. That's where it's about. And that comes from the East Africa. I know it goes a bit into the West Africa as well. But it's just about us working together as a community, as one. Yeah. So I just wanted to look into some of the etymology of words as we're reasoning, and kind of have a platform of where I'm bringing my points from, foundation, yeah? And then we can build upon that. So we look at the word like, for example, mason, because I'm going to go into a little bit of that. Mason is a builder. Yeah. So everyone looks at Illuminati. Illuminati just means to be enlightened, and so forth like that. So we're building. So as a builder, as a mason, you got to start with your foundation. Everybody knows if you're going to build a house, you have to set up the foundation right. So let's look at the etymology of, because the language I'm using is English. So it's a bastard language, isn't it? And sometimes using the language can have different meanings. So there's no word for the closer when I say the word salongo, it was a title that was given to me from a good friend of mine, Apollo. It took me so long to actually learn the word, which represents father of twins in Uganda. So it's an honor to have that title. But in English, that's the closest I can say, father of twins. But it's not the same as salongo. It's a different meaning to it. It takes away the essence, the spirit of the word. So let's look at the word English. It's, as I said, it's a bastard language. It's from my little bit of research, it was brought into Britain in the 5th to the 7th century AD. It's an Anglo-Saxon with a little influence of Latin. But this language that we're using, it doesn't allow you to express or be yourself. It limits what you can be, your capability. So let's go back now. Let's go a bit further back then. Let's look at the Arabic. That's been around for over 1,000 years. You understand? Then we go back to Swahili now. That's over 300,000 years. And that's what I'm talking about, the Ubuntu. I am because we are. Because we are, therefore I am. So that's the foundation I'm trying to build. Firstly, the language I'm using is it's quite difficult to articulate oneself using a foreign language. So that's my foundation. But as Buddha said, every journey must begin with the first step. So let's take the first step so we can begin. So English, two different definition. There's a Latin word for it, for education, but can't pronounce the Latin. I'm not very good Latin. But there's two. This is what I'm saying about learning the etymology. Well, we're reasoning now, isn't it? So we're looking at the etymology of it, yeah, of what educate. So there's two meanings for it. One is which means to train or to be molded, yeah. And the other one is educate, means to lead, to bring out. So what I'm trying to do is to bring out, not to follow. So we're reasoning, yeah? 1, 2. I am because we are. I'm bringing something to the table. You bring something back to the table. Each one teach one. So already we can see that just the English language about education there's two. One, you're taught to be a follower. Let's use their word. They train you to be a follower. And one is, is to bring out. So let's go to one of my prophets and see if he can help us on this journey. Mr. Marcus Garvey. He tells us that if you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. With confidence, you have won before you have even started. So, if you don't actually understand what you're reading or comprehending, you've got no confidence. You don't, lies. But if you understand, if you're a leader, you're able to bring out, and with confidence, you have already won before you even started. I remember I've got a good uncle of mine. I'm going to do an interview with him. He's been an instrumental part in my life. And I used to go to him and I'm like, you know what, I'm dyslexic. He's like, yo, don't use that word around me. Self-confidence. Somebody's someone is empowering you to bring out the greatness within you. He's educating me to lead, to be an example. Why would you want to be trained to be like a follower? There are different styles of learning actually. It's like 7 styles. I can't remember all of them properly now. But some people, if you got hieroglyph, some people look at pictures. I was saying to my son, he's a reader. I'm audio. I can listen and observe. I learn like that. So my uncle was saying to me, no, don't say that. Why do you put these titles upon yourself? Okay, you might find it difficult, but here's a remedy. If you were to do 15 minutes of reading every day, you will see a mass improvement. And there has been some improvement. I mean, in the beginning, I couldn't even read properly, man. I was shy. Even in a school, you hide, get up to mischief. Just didn't like reading. I've improved. I've still got more to improve, but hence why I listen to audiobooks. So I was aware and conscious of that. So as for my previous conversation with my son, I didn't want to pass on that trait to him. So from about age 2, we sat down and I made an effort. So he would not be like me. I had to play that role. Because I was brought back home, back in the Caribbean. And I was more into business, actually, I won't lie to you. Always been an entrepreneur, always will be an entrepreneur. However, I had the people around me to show me, and I was able to listen, pick up, as they say, I do not cast my pearls to swine. I was fortunate enough to pick up those pearls. And those pearls played a vital part in my life, because from that I was able to help my son to be, well, he's still growing, but he's much better than me. This goes back to the Ubuntu, the village. So I caught him when he was young, trained him. Yeah, I was not the best reader, but I knew the basics, and I knew if I can give him the basics, as I was saying, the mason, the foundation, then the rest we can, work as we move along. So Marcus Garvey's right. If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have already won before you started. Okay. So I was able to go on to Luton University. In my background, I study, apply in social studies. So my background is what you might say, I'm social scientist. And that, I was scared, because I had to go to an environment where you're at university and it's just books. you're studying, innit? It's just research. You're just researching, reading books. Man, terrified. By the grace of God, I had support from different peoples, and I was able to graduate. But whilst being in that environment, this is why I said that you must be able to change your circumference. It exposed me to different things. Yeah, it exposed me to many different things. Because being in that environment, it opens doors for me, and I had this concept, this idea, because I got in trouble with the police, and that's another one we'll reason about, you know what I mean. But I was able to, while being at university and doing my bits and pieces, I was able to come up with a business called One Step to Success, empowering young people to make informed choices. And I thought I can use my life experience and go and work with these people, predominantly ex-offenders I got involved with, and taking people to the gym, taking people to colleges, just literally social skills. Like, I was getting paid good money, man, very good money back in those days. I think like 25, 30 pounds an hour I used to get. So that was good, very good money. I was able to buy a property out of that from doing all of that. But it was a spark of confidence and using my life experience from previously being in Guyana, and just didn't like the books, but practically I was like, yeah, I can do things. But come back again. You gotta believe in yourself. You have to have faith in yourself. If you don't have the faith, Marcus Garvey says you're twice defeated in the race of life, isn't it? It's about knowing yourself, innit? I had a dream, had an idea, I was able to manifest it. I had to work for it, I had to work for it. So I'm gonna go into like a bit more. Let's go a bit more deeper. You understand? So I'm just trying to, get through that the brainwashing, the things that we've learned, because we live in this society, and if you seek, you shall find. If you ask, it should be given unto you. It's as simple as that. But you got to put the work in. Don't put the work in, you're not gonna get. That's the way I look at it. Philosophy. It's a fancy word, but it just means the study of knowledge, seeker of knowledge, reality. That's what it is. Don't expect anything, and you won't be disappointed. That's my philosophy. I'm a seeker of knowledge. I'm always searching on this journey. A journey on I want to know who I am, what am I here to do, and learn from other people. Occult, mysterious, magical, a secret society, study of alchemists. It's just something means hidden within you. All these things are within you. It's just learning to bring it out. And that's what I reasoning is about. We're just reasoning. Sparking the fire. What do they say? There's a biblical about the oil within my lamp. It's about the wise, the women. The oil is like within me, oneself, and one role that we play in this world. Are you going to allow other people to dim your light? You have to let the fire keep burning. That's with the wise women, isn't it? They had the oil, the lamp. They were able to get what they want, innit? The lamp was lit. So it seemed like us. I'm trying something new. I'm taking leadership, and I think leadership is in different forms. One step to success is a business that I did, and now I'm just trying something here. I'm all you can do is just try. You've got nothing to lose. Buddha says take the first step. That's it. So we're dealing with the creator, or the God within oneself. I. And it's something I'm intrigued about. So hence why I'm reasoning with the I. The I is, Horus, Haru, was used as a symbolism, prosperity, health, protection. The I is such a powerful thing. When the Rastaman said I within the I, we're dealing with, they say Jah Rastafari. But I want to bring some scripture into that. So what we're talking about the I, so we can see different perspective of it. As I said, we're on a journey here, and I'm asking you to allow me into your space to reason with myself, to have a different outlook on life, to challenge your views and your thinking. So I normally say to people, like when I catch jokes with them when I take them to the gym, because I do a bit of personal training sometimes. I said, do you guys know no ego? They're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Ego, man, you don't know ego. They're like, What the hell is ego? We all have ego. Leave ego at the door. Because if you leave ego at the door, you're a free spirit. Because we come with many baggages, and sometimes we have to put down our baggages so we can reason. You understand? Just hear different points of view. Change your perspective. And see things from a different point of view. You don't have to agree with me, but we are reasoning. So, let's continue the reason. So it says in John 10, Jesus presented himself as the good shepherd, and in a debate with the Jewish leaders makes the claim, I and the Father are one. Why am I saying that? I'm just coming back to the point that everything is within us. I am because we are. Because we are, therefore I am. We're all from the same village, man. What I'm saying is that the power's within yourself. But because we've been miseducated, coming back to about the language, you're going to be what? Trained to be a mold, to be a follower, or educate to bring out the greatness in you. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to make. My point is, like, I'm just bringing out the greatness within you, because I'm trying to, no, I'm not using the word try. There's no such thing as try. I am developing myself to bring out the greatness within I and I self. Hence the reasoning. So I'm bringing it home now. Yeah. There's another one that's in John 14:2-6. Yeah. In my Father's home there are many mansions. Again, home represents the temple of Know Thyself, which is you. There are many levels within oneself. So I have to go within. Whatever I seek, I have to go within. So what did Jesus mean when he said that the kingdom of God is within you? What did he mean? All I'm working on and saying is that everything is within you. Just reasoning with the I. I'm just using what's in front of me to empower me. So the information, I don't put a particular title on myself as a Christian, Hindu, Buddhism, Jew, whatever you want to call it, Muslim. We're just seeking power from within to bring out the greatness within ourselves. Hence we're talking about I and I. And we're just using the biblicals and the philosophies and words. Remember, the seeker of knowledge and wisdom to bring out the greatness within ourselves. I am. So in Hebrew, Yeshua represents I am. Yeah? Again, I'm just using these tools as a form to bring out that you don't have to go outside yourself to seek sometimes the things you need. We come within ourselves, the Bantu. We look within ourselves to find the answer, because the answer is within ourselves. Yeah, that's what we're reasoning. We're reasoning with ourselves. We don't have to go somewhere else. Yeah, because as I said, the word education, there's two sides to the story. Which one are you going to do? You're going to follow, or you're going to bring out? And bring out means you have to go within. Be still and know that I am God. It's there. It's right in our front, in our face. Be still and know that I am God. You gotta go within. I am, because we are. Because we are, therefore I am. So I use these are my form of meditation, of getting higher heights within oneself. These are my inspiration. These are my thoughts I'm putting out. I'm sharing my thoughts. I'm holding a medi with you so you can see where I'm coming from. However, you can still share your opinions and your thoughts with me, because it's a village. It's a platform. You understand? I just create a platform for people to express themselves. Feel comfortable that you can come and reason with the I. So this session here is I and I session. Yeah? You come and you reason with the I. Because it's about developing oneself. There are two books two guys I'm going to mention. Because I'm going to give reference. I gave some reference about the Christianity and Yeshua, the Hebrews and so forth. Yeah? So, his name is Neville Goddard. He's a European guy. But he's cool. You gotta, sometimes knowledge, when we talk about occult, it's hidden, isn't it? You have to go and seek and you shall find. So Neville Goddard talks about I am. I've listened to some of his lecture. He's known for that. He says the God is within. So I'm giving you some homework, if you want to call it that. But just check it out. You know what I mean? I've listened to it. As I said, I've been into audiobooks. I'm not really a reader like my son. My son, every Friday or Saturdays, he used to go through like 20-30 books. I'm like, bro, you sure you've read all these books? He's like, yeah, Dad, I've read it. I'm like, did you comprehend what he said? He's like, Dad, I'm a fast reader. Okay, cool, bro. I'm glad that you like to read. It's good. I like to listen to audio. I do the same. There's a lot of things I've studied. I can't remember everything. All my notes are all over the place. But I've studied a lot of audio books. The other one is Earl Nightingale. I would recommend. We become what we think about. We become what we think about. That is one of his sayings. Wherever you think about is what you become. So be still and know that ye are gods. Be still and know that ye are gods. We become what we think about. Think about it. That's what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. Reason with the I. Hold a medi with me. See where I'm coming from. Yeah? See where I'm coming from. Alright. So I'm going to talk about the Hermetic texts. Some of the principle about Hermetic texts, which is like dealing with the Kabbalah. All is mental. Everything is mental. Be still. All is mental. You master that. Hermetic text is it's a deep book, man. It's even me, I struggle with that one because the principles and some of the information there. Yeah. All is mental. All in the mind. The universe. If you can master You've done good. That's one of them. Number 2, I think, is the principle of correspondence. Number 3 is the principle of vibration. The principle of polarity. The principle of rhythm. The principle of cause and effect. And the principle of gender. I recommend that book. If you can study that book. It just talks about, I'll give an analogy that, you know, when you're swimming and the current is coming to you, it's how are you able to move with the wave while swimming, yet the wave is coming to you. So this book talks about, it's more for the occult people. If you want to really get a deeper understanding, and yeah, because remember, we're masons, we're building in it, we're building up, we're starting with know thyself. So if you want to indulge a bit more, it's talking about like the energies and emotions and the you know, this is what I'm talking about. How do you move? It's like the drums, isn't it? How do you move with the rhythm? Because the rhythm or these emotions dictate how you feel as an individual, how you move. So you have to go back. It teaches you to go within yourself and realize the transition. So let's use me for an example. Tomorrow I'm doing fasting. I'm doing a fruit fast and carrots and stuff, smoothie fast. I won't say specifically how long, but we will be doing that. So why am I doing that? Because where I was brought up, in Guyana, we have mango season. I hope you can catch my train of thoughts. So mango season is August, but school is September. So mango season, you're yamming up bare mangoes, and in those mangoes, guess what? There's worms. So when September comes, my granny will get me Senapad, wash out. Because we're beginning we're transition into a new season, a new term. So like, for example, in numerology, this is the 9th. Yeah, this is the 9th month. So 9th month might deal with like, kind of like, it's like conclusion, enlightenment, spirituality. Yeah, because we're dealing with a 9. After 9 comes 10, which is the 1. We begin again. So for the 8th month, we're having fun. This month I was drinking, got gout. So now it's time to wash out. So this is what the Kabbalah, the principle is talking about. You gotta pick up and move with the season. You go with the flow, the rhythm. Yeah. You have to go within yourself, and you will know what to do. Listen to that inner voice. How to move, when not to move, and so forth like that. Or look at the season. So the season dictates that you have to change. So I will get wash out. So I'm doing wash out now. Yeah, because the toxins I need to get out of my body. We're coming into winter also now. It's a changing of the guards. Today is the 3rd. Yeah. So the 3rd is representing, like, you know, like some people might say, what? Birth, life, the cycle, the whole trinity, encouragement, support, communication, creativity. The good threes, innit? Everything comes in threes. The triangle. You understand? Today's the 3rd. So maybe I'm using that energy. I don't know. Just a thought. So the next book I'm using is called The Alchemist. So the some of the key things, lessons I've learned from The Alchemist, or you can apply, or what you've gained. Don't fail. Don't fear failure. A lot of us are afraid. Failure is part of life, isn't it? Like, how do you know a fool, innit? You gotta be a fool sometime, innit? You gotta I do foolish things sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, man, that's an idiot. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, yeah, I do some foolish things sometimes. Sometimes you know you're meant to lead, but you don't want to lead because you're afraid, innit, of failing. Some other things it talks about letting go of attachment. I definitely recommend this book, The Alchemist. Again, the things I'm using here is all to do with self, going into self. So these will be my top 3-4 books, apart from The Richest Man in Babylon. I still put that there as my number 1 book, but these 2-3 books are in my top 5, because it's about self-awareness. It's teaching you about, like, everything is within you. There's no external thing. No, everything starts within oneself. Know thyself. It's all about going within you and analyzing and write down what you do. For example, I have a diary. I wrote in my diary today. I write something about my feelings, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a form of dealing with your own, like, anxiety, or like it's a progress. It shows you, like, where you came from, or like where you want to go to. Like, you have a short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. Yeah, it's good to have a diary, to write your thoughts down, because then you can look back and say, right, is that how I felt, or is this what I've done, or what can I do better? So one of the other things is, don't give up. Don't give up. How hard or whatever challenges you have, don't give up. Just stay focused and keep working on what you're doing. Live in the moment. Another lesson. I'm living in the moment now. I'm doing what I said I was going to do. You know? Live in the moment. It teaches you about that. And it talks about, we all have our own personal legacy. Like, you gotta create, like, again, it's about bringing out the things that you have in you to have an impact on this planet or the universe. Leave something behind. That you've done something, touched people, I don't know what it is. You gotta figure that out. I'm just using these books as tools that's given me, you said, open up my third eye, open up myself, or allowed me to go within myself and question who and what I am. Always know what it is that you want. That's why I say it's good to write down these things, so you have a path, you have an idea. And that's why I gave you the Earl Nightingale. He talks about a ship. He gives an analogy that you have the ship, but it has no direction. Where are you going? You're on the ship, but it has no road. Where's the destination? Aim for something. Buddha tells you that every journey begins with the first step. Take a step. Be adventurous. I'm being adventurous. I'm trying something. Putting myself out there. Learn to listen and follow your heart. think it's important. It's fair. A lot of us, we're scared to do things. I went to Rwanda, man. Like, I went to see it. Jumped on a coach. With my backpack. I'm going to Rwanda. I went to Rwanda. It's wonderful. Tanzania is next. I want to do Tanzania. Yeah, just follow yourself, man. Just go. Whatever you want to do, do. Have a vision board. And just work on yourself. You want to develop yourself. I'm a seeker of knowledge. I'm seeking to better myself. The word educate, remember? I want to bring out. I don't want to always follow. You know what I mean? So that's why we created this platform. Right? We're just reasoning. Just reasoning, that's it. One of the other ones here. It's possible to have your dream come true. Make life interesting. I packed my bags and I went to Uganda, building a big house. Don't want to speak that language. Just wanted to try something. I was blessed enough that when lockdown came, I landed in March. Oh, it's not a blessing for some people, it's a blessing for me. I landed in March and I stayed there till September. Spent my birthday. But I was able to do a lot on my property because normally I'm going every month, I go for a month in a year. But being there for so long, that's one of my goals, one of my aims was to actually live in Africa. I lived in Africa. My job didn't pay me. However, it was those little baby steps that I've been building from 2014 to then. As the Jamaicans say, one coconut full of basket is put away, building. And then eventually I built my foundation. My head was covered. As they say, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, as I dwell in the house of the Lord. Ashe. I had a vision, a goal. As I said, we have to. Oh, Nightingale. I'm giving you these tools that for you to use. Take what you need, throw away the rest. I had a vision within myself. So it's possible to have your dreams come true. Just do it. Go after what you want to do. Go after what you want to do. So the reason is just about, you just go within yourself really to figure out what you want. And don't be afraid, Make your work for you, whatever you're doing. All the trials and tribulation, I just ask you to go within yourself and look within yourself first. I'm not saying it's easy. However, I know that it can be done. And use your experience as wisdom to guide you, so you don't make the same mistakes again. So people normally ask, like, I've been in a long-term relationship and I broke up, and then people ask me, like, one of the questions, what did you learn from it? I said, I've learned now to speak. Before I didn't speak. You understand? So use your experience as a positive thing. Every experience you have can make you grow or not. It's up to you. This is what the Kabbalah talks about. If you allow your emotion to dictate, you've lost as Marcus Garvey say in The Race of Life. It is the confidence that allows you to grow. But you have to build on those confidence. You have to build on those confidence. You don't just get the confidence. So for example, when it comes to training, I've done over 10,000 hours. They say if you do over 10,000 hours of something, you're okay. Like, you kind of know what you're doing. You still can learn, but you're confident within that particular field I'm talking about. So that's like your life experience. Like, you've been here for more than 30, 40 years. That's just the same thing. So wherever you're going through, you've gained enough knowledge. It's for you to apply the knowledge. That's where they say wisdom comes from, isn't it? You've gained experience. Experience gives you knowledge. You take the knowledge, you apply it to the experience, and by rights you should get some form of wisdom from it that allows you to go to the next level. So yeah, as I said, I'm just holding a reasoning, and it's about self-development, self-worth, and remember that everything is within yourself. The community is here. That's what 1-2 is about. Find your community, like find your space. I'm finding my space. I don't fit in with all my brethren. I don't fit in with all my friends. In fact, most of the people I move with are more elders. Are definitely not my old spirit. Yeah, definitely not my old spirit. So just find where you fit in. You understand? I'm not a heavy drinker. Every time I drink, I get bloody gout. And so I'm fasting again. Well, it depends what drink I drink. When I drink red wine, I get gout. You know what I mean? So just find your space. Like, find your space. Hold a medi. Go within yourself and figure out what you want. You understand? Everything is within you. So I've created this platform, as I said, just an expression of myself, of who I am. Just the entrepreneur, innit? It's in me. I don't. My motto is I never chase money. And I think Earl Nightingale talks about it. He talks about like, don't chase money. Like, go after. Like, you can have what we quote unquote say not a good job, but if you're happy in that, that's a form of happiness, of success. Instead of you getting a high paying job and you're stressed, like, you know what I'm saying to you, like, find what makes you happy. And you're not here to please most people. People don't really care. And that's something, as we grow, as I grow and gain more knowledge and wisdom, you don't really care about people. That's why I love the old people there, man. When they get to a certain age and they get drunk, they're just they take the piss out of you. They can order you around, innit? Like, so it's for you to find that tranquility and peace within yourself. And if you want to do something, just do it. Like, don't be afraid, because there's only one life you've got. I know there's a philosophy that says when you pass away, energy doesn't go anywhere. But this particular life experience that you've got, you got to make the most of it. You know what I mean? So, as I said, this particular show it's about I and I reasoning and saying that this is the 21st century of like Ubuntu. We're not sitting around fires anymore. I can be on the laptop and be speaking to people in Uganda, America, Guyana, wherever you want to call it, South America, Asia. You know what I mean? The world's changed. You have to change. We have to change. But it doesn't mean we lose our culture. I still have those old traditions. I tell my son I can't sit in front of the TV and eat dinner. I still sit in the kitchen to this day. And there's some little culture. And then when you think about like things that your grandparents have taught you, like some of it makes sense, but you upgrade it. Obviously, I'm saying to you, like, for example, like, it's only recently that I would drink and then eat. But being at my granny's house, growing up with my grandma, I'll have my dinner, and then I'll drink. And then it's only like recently, last couple of years, you realize that, it's actually, that's the proper way, because you get indigestion. You understand? So like these old people, they are Bantu, the village, that wisdom is there. But you have to go within yourself to find it as well. Just ask and she'll be given unto you. Seek and she'll find. Knock and those doors will open. So this is just a vision of mine that I'm working on, and we shall see the manifestation of it. But as I said, thank you for allowing me in your space, just to hold a reason and hold a medi, just to spark something in you. And as I said, you're more than welcome to have a conversation with me, like anything you want to talk about. I'm just going to have some topics later on that one of the ones that intrigues me very much, what it is to be a man. You know what I mean? I find it, I'm intrigued. I'm a seeker of knowledge. I don't want to be a follower, so I prefer to be a nerd and search to get to we're here to grow, innit? I want to grow. I don't want to be stagnated. I want my mind to be challenged. That's what the mind is here for. We've been dumbed down, and that's why I said I wanted to create something. So at least by me doing this, if I said if it helps somebody, then I appreciate it. But already someone's called me and spoken to me, so I appreciate that as well. So it's just about growing, really. This tool is here to be used. It's either you use it or it uses you. So that's how I started about education. This education that we have, you have two choices I broke down. You can use it to empower yourself and bring out the God within you, or you can just follow like everybody else. And it's okay to be by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think peer pressure and what I see like some of my friends go through with mental health, like, I'm surprised. It's like, I'm shocked because I've been exposed to it, and it's a young black men that I know. I'm like, wow. It's different, but I've got some few people I'm going to talk to that I like them to come on and we have a conversation and talk about those issues. But this particular show that I'm going to be doing it's just reasoning. It's just something to hold a meditation, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'll do it once a week or every couple of days, it just depends, yeah? But it's an ongoing thing now, but just having chat shows and talking to people and reasoning, I mean, that was the platform is about. Just, we have an opportunity to express ourselves. So I'm creating that platform so we can express ourselves. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm coming to an end, and as I said, thank you for allowing me in your space, and I appreciate appreciate the time that you spent with me. And yeah, good reasoning, man. Just I hope you were able to take away something from today's reasoning, meditation, medis, As I said, it's just about empowering oneself and how we can elevate as individuals first. That's how we can elevate. How can we make the change? And the change start with us. You know what I mean? So if it's fasting, praying, whatever you do, it's always going within yourself. Me fasting is cleansing my inner self, my inner thoughts. And I train as well at the same time. So it's just discipline. But somebody has to set the example, and then you follow. You know what I mean? You follow. But you follow because you want to follow, because you want to better yourself. Yeah. So yeah, that's it, man. Thanks for reasoning with the Ras. You know what I mean? Thanks for reasoning with the Ras. So you have a wonderful and blessed Sunday, and you take care, and God bless.